Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. So, how was everyone's weekend? Mine was pretty unexciting, as usual. I will tell you that Friday and Saturday, I did not get my blue dots, but I kind of knew I wasn't going to for sure, at least one of the days, because as you guys know, we go out as a family one night a month, and that was Saturday. And then Friday, I ended up going out to lunch with some coworkers, and then I didn't have anything done as far as grocery list or meal plan or anything. So Fridays we usually do pick up something to eat. Sometimes I just eat leftovers out of the refrigerator, but we did end up picking up something Friday. So Friday I used 35 points out of my 23, and then Saturday I used 30, which is interesting because that's the day we went out to eat. But I didn't really eat anything the whole day because I was grocery shopping, and then I cleaned up I did a lot of house cleaning Saturday, and so I didn't really eat a lot until we went out to dinner. So dinner itself was only like 15 points. But anyhow, so that's out of the way. I don't have to worry about that for another month. It was just, it was nice to just kind of I mean, I tracked everything, which is the good part because I used to not track these type of days, like when I knew I was going to have a high point day because going out, with coworkers or going, to dinner or whatever, I just wouldn't track it. It would just be basically, okay, those are done. Just assume my weeklies are gone, which is not, a good thing. Oh, and speaking of weeklies, so I was at 42 weeklies, but with putting in the loss for the month of January, I'm down to 35 weeklies now. So I'm starting the week off with 19 weeklies left, which I feel really good about. And I've pre-tracked already Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did that this morning while I was getting ready for work and stuff. So, so I've already pre-tracked everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks for today, for tomorrow, and for Wednesday. And today I am pushing it. I'm at 22 out of 23 points. But I still have those weeklies left. But I think I have everything in here. And then I don't always eat all my snacks that I show you guys. And I try to make a note on there or something if I didn't eat them all. So I'll kind of tell you what my meal plan is for the week. It took me forever to figure it out. I don't know. I just was not in meal planning mode or mood. And, I started reading a good book this weekend too, so I'll tell you about that. But first, my coffee. So, coffee, I discovered a new creamer. Well, new to me. I've seen this in, for people who do in Whole30, and that was one of my things about, I kind of want to try Whole30, but then I'm just like, oh, am I put my coffee? And I heard about these nut pods that everybody talks about, and a coworker, my coworker, in my department, she uses them, but she had like a hazelnut flavor, which I cannot stand hazelnut anything. I do not, which is interesting because hazelnuts come like from the area from where I live, but I do not like them. And so I had tried hers, and I was just like, no, thank you. So when I was at Fred Meyer this weekend, which if you guys don't know, Fred Meyer is a Kroger store, I saw these, and they're in a different package than like the ones that my friend at work has. But anyway, so they're like this, and this is the French vanilla, and I tried it this weekend, and you guys, this is so good. Now, I still like my fat-free half and half, so I had one with just this over the weekend, and it wasn't bad. It was really good. But then I mixed my fat-free half and half and this together, and it is good, you guys. It is so good. So if you guys don't know, the ingredients on the nut pods is purified water, coconut cream, almonds, and then it has like, the things that make preservatives, but it is Whole30 approved. This is the French vanilla, and it's unsweetened and dairy-free. And you can't really taste, to me, I can't taste the coconut flavor, but I love coconut anyway, so it's not a big deal. So what I've been doing is doing 1 tablespoon of this and 1 tablespoon of this, the fat-free half and half. It's not quite as creamy as what I would like it to be, but it's really good. It just adds a little bit of flavor to it. You can have up to 4 tablespoons of this, by the way, for 1 smart point. So if you want to make it a little bit creamier, I put 3 in it, I think, when I did it over the weekend. I always feel like I'm cheating if I do a bunch of 0 point foods just to have a 0 point. But I don't know. No, maybe cheating is not the word. I think it's more like I am setting myself up to possibly have stalls or possible gains. And I don't want to do that, you know. I feel like, you know, by having, because it still has calories and it should still have points, because normally if I had 2 tablespoons of this, it'd be 1 point. If I have 2 tablespoons of this, it'd be 1 point. So I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it, which is something that I do on a daily basis with everything. So let me know what you guys think. Should I count a point for putting these together, or just let them be a 0? I don't know. I don't know, or it really doesn't matter. I mean, as long as I'm counting something. And sometimes I just like plain coffee, so I don't see myself using this French vanilla every single time I have a cup of coffee, and I usually have 3 throughout the day. So I don't see myself having that in every single one, so maybe it's a moot point. I don't know. Like I said, I overthink things way too much. So, anywho, I do have my menu plan. So, and I all went ahead and just did breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I did not do my planner because this book that I'm reading, guys, is so good. But I did lay out my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which I don't normally do. And then, oh, on another piece of paper, I did my snacks. And that's just so I don't have to like rush around and think what I was going to have. Plus, I wanted to pre-track things and just have them in my tracker. So, things for dinner. So, like tonight, we're going to have Cobb salad. I'm making chef salad for the family, and just Cobb salad is really good. But then I could not find the store I went to, which, like I said, was Fred Meyer. They did not have any, like, reduced fat blue cheese, and which is usually Cobb salad has blue cheese. And so I thought I'll just get some fat-free feta. I have a little bit of fat-free feta left at the Trader Joe's kind, so I might have enough for today's salad. But I couldn't even find fat-free feta there. There's only a couple stores I can get it at. So I need to pick up some of that. So anyway, I may not have any cheese on my salad, but I will have, I'm going to take some turkey bacon, which I need to take out the freezer. Thank you for reminding me. And I'm just going to put turkey bacon, and so I cooked some chicken in yesterday's meal prep, so I'll cut that off up in there and then put some veggies, and then I'm going to use blue cheese dressing with it. So that'll be tonight's dinner. Tomorrow night I'm going to do taco salads, and then I'm going to make an extra one for a lunch this week. I thought I had a meeting, but I checked my schedule, and it looks like I will need 5 lunches this week. I was thinking I'll need 4. So I'll make an extra taco salad tomorrow and just do that. And then we're going to do shake and bake chicken on Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be breakfast for dinner. That's just what I do when I can't think of another thing to do. So... and then you saw my meal prep, or if you didn't see my meal prep, make sure you watch that. I'll have it linked down below. I do have, for breakfast this week, I have baked Denver omelet. I have 2 of those. Oh, a lot of people ask me how I fit everything in my refrigerator. I don't. I put some of it in my freezer. So I'm only going to use 2 of those servings of baked Denver omelet. As you guys know, I like to mix up my breakfast because I get bored very easy with breakfast things. So, I didn't want all 6 servings of that this week, so I put 4 of them in the freezer. And so I'll have that 2 days this week, and then I have a few other things. You know, well, it's my usual stuff, but just something different almost every day. And then as far as lunches, you saw I am doing like chicken parm meatballs twice. I'm going to do the kale salad twice. And then I'm going to do the taco salad. So, that'll be what's going on. But anyway, so the book I'm reading, I'm going to tell you guys about that because you guys like to hear about my books. It's called, what is it called? I can't remember it. The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. It is so good. I started it yesterday, or was it Saturday night? Either Saturday night or yesterday. I think it was Saturday night. After we got home, I think I started. I'm like 282 pages right now, 637. It's not one you can read really fast because it's not like, you know, in some books when there's a lot of like scenery stuff or just setting up, you know, for the chapter or whatever, or for just, you know, the characters. It's really just, it just jumps right into everything. There's been some slow spots. Now, though, is getting into like the meaty stuff. But basically, it's about a woman who is an agoraphobic. And then interesting enough, she's also a psychologist, child psychologist. So she knows, you know, why she's this way. She knows the things she should be doing. So it's basically, and we're kind of getting into, she lives apart from her husband and her daughter. We really haven't heard exactly what got her into this point, but it was some kind of traumatic event. But it's one of those things where they're telling you bits and pieces, and then you get more bits and pieces. So at this point, we don't have the full story of what got her, what created the trauma in her life. But anyway, so she just watches out her window with her camera, like she's taking pictures. I don't know if that's what she's trying to make it look like, but she just watches her neighborhood. So it makes it sound like she is like lives in like a townhouse or something, or like an apartment. Like they sounds like they're apartments, or maybe they're. I think they live in New York, so maybe it's like those brownstones. Is that what they're called? But anyway, so she can see like all the houses around her, and so she just watches the neighbors. And anyway, so then something happens, and she saw it out her window, but. Anyway, that's at the point where I'm at now, but it's so good. I actually picked up a few books this weekend. I picked up 2 from one of the same author, but one's called The Wife by Alifair Burke, and one's called The Ex by Alifair Burke. I don't know if they're related. I just read the synopsis. It sounded good. And then there was one called The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. So I'll let you know as I read those ones. I picked up a Danielle Steele one called Fall from Grace. Wait, did I pick up that one? I had my notes here of books that I wanted to get as I was like looking through my iBooks. I don't think I did pick up that one actually. No, I did. Actually, I only got The Ex by Alifair Burke. I didn't get The Wife yet. But anyway, so this Woman in Red, Woman in the Window is really good. So you guys should pick that up, but I'll let you know as I finish reading it if it continues to stay really good. So that's what I did yesterday besides the meal prep. I did my meal prep super early. I got up at 8 and I got up actually at like 6:37, but then I started my meal prep at 8 and I was done. Well, I got done at 9:50. And then I had to let everything kind of cool down before putting everything away. And so I just cleaned up. And then it took me like another 20 minutes to get everything put in there. So everything was done in 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was so surprised because I really didn't think I was going to be able to make the 2-hour mark, which I don't normally like to take that long doing meal prep. But it actually probably wouldn't have taken that long if I hadn't been filming and moving things around and stopping and explaining things. So I got that done. Then I had a video. I have a collab going up on Friday and one going up on Sunday. So both those videos are filmed. I just have to do an intro for both of them, and then I have to do a voiceover for one of them. So I actually have my notes here. I have another note of all the things I need to do. So I have those 2, and then that's it looks like. So it's just going to be a busy week trying to get that done. So anyway, I feel like I had a really good weekend. I didn't get on the scale this morning. I used to on Mondays just to kind of see how the weekend played out, but I think I'm probably up. I didn't drink enough water this weekend. I know in between all the extra eating, so we'll see how this week goes, but I'm not too concerned about it because, I'm going to have my ups and downs, and I just wanted to enjoy my weekend, enjoy my family, and not have to worry about, all that. But I tracked it. That is my biggest accomplishment. So anyway, I think that catches you up with everything. It is 6:15, so I need to get going and show you guys breakfast and get breakfast ready to go because I am getting hungry, and show you guys lunch and all that stuff and get my son up and get this week started. I'm hoping for a easy week at work. It actually shouldn't be too bad because my boss and another one of my department coworkers is gone Thursday and Friday for a conference, so there'll just be 2 of us there, and so we should be able to, I think it'll be a pretty quiet week. So anyway, let's hope so. Let's hope I can stay away from the mints, because that's another reason why I pre-tracked my day, because then I only have 1 point to work with for the rest of the day. And that means no sneaky treats. That's what that means. No sneaky treats. So I'm going to finish my coffee, show you my breakfast, and get going with my day. Bye, guys. Okay, so for breakfast today, I am having the baked Denver omelet that I prepped yesterday in yesterday's meal prep. So this is 1 Smart Point. I have 2 Smart Points worth of avocado on top of that. Then I have some pineapple here for 0. So breakfast will be 3 Smart Points. And for lunch today, I'm gonna have one of my meal preps. So this is going to be a kale salad. So I just have some kale salad mix here. It just has some kale, some red cabbage, and I think some green cabbage in there. So I'm bringing a bowl with me. So I will put the salad in the bowl. And then here I have 3 points worth of sweet potato, and I have 3 points worth of quinoa, 0 points worth of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and 0 points worth of cauliflower. And I was thinking I probably need some kind of sauce with this. When I looked up kind of kale salads, quinoa salads, I came up with using tahini dressing, which I didn't have any tahini. So I have this dressing, so we'll see. It might be a little odd. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon of this for 1 smart point. I don't think I'll need a lot of dressing, but I'm just thinking I want something. So I will just mix all of this together into a salad, and I will try to remember to snap a picture of what it looks like after I have it all together. So lunch will be 6 smart points, 7 smart points counting the dressing. And for snacks today, so I am bringing snacks for out my entire day. Just very quickly, for those of you that are new, I do work outside the home. I don't live close enough to come home for either breaks or lunch, so that's why I have to pack everything. I do sit about 2 or 3 feet away from the food table where things just get dumped, you know, cakes and cookies and donuts and leftover meeting stuff. And so I just like to have lots of snacks in case I have a craving or see something, then I have lots of snacks at my disposal. So I don't always eat all these. I try to always make a note on the screen if I didn't eat it, but sometimes I do. So we'll see what happens. I have 2 rice cakes here. These are the Quicker Lightly Salted. 2 of them are 2 smart points. I have 1 of the Laughing Cow cheeses. This is the garlic and herb. It's 1 point for that. So this snack will be 3 points. I will probably have this in the morning around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then after lunch, usually around 2 o'clock, I have lunch at 12, so usually around 2:30 I start having a little bit of, you know, craving or hankerings for something. So today I'm going to bring one of my yogurt parfaits. So this is plain non-fat Greek yogurt with 7 grams of the cheesecake unsweetened, no, so what is it, sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix, and 7 grams is 1 smart point, and then I have some no sugar added cherries on top. So this will be a 1 point snack. And then on my way home from work, I try to have a little snack because I am really bad about snacking while I'm making dinner. So usually about 4:30, well, I get off work at 4:30, so I don't get home until 5. So usually around like 4:30, 4:45, I do start getting a little bit snacky. So I always peel these before I leave my office, and then so I can eat these on my way home, and then I have a cheese stick. If you notice, I try to always put a protein with my snack. That way it keeps me fuller longer, which it has been working great for the last couple weeks that I've been doing that. So this will be my afternoon or after work snack.